My name is Insane Raven. We're back in the class trial. I'm sick, but we're powering through. From there, I need to raise the volume on TV a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit, just a wee bit for me, so I can hear some things. I'm moving the desk now, so that's fine. All right. From there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Oh, that's too loud. Oh, that's too loud. Oh, that's too loud. Let's go with that. Let's go with that by like 2. I'll go through it. I'll go with it by 3. Be safe. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Alright. I feel like there was so much less that happened to Taka than really anything else.
Regarding Taka's death.
Yes.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in.
Do we? I don't think we do.
Shoot!
Sorry.
So, regarding Taka, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know what order. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Okay.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
No.
So,
that was a dumb way to waste that.
We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
The silencer.
So it's obvious Taka came.
No, it's not. It literally makes no sense.
Or perhaps it was. We already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers. Shoot!
Oh, I lost. Yep. I failed. Ugh, fuck. We failed this one twice now.
I refuse to give up yet.
So we've given up. We've lost twice now. Holy shit. Okay. So I have to use the Monokuma file for this? Yeah, that's it.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know what order they were killed. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Wait, what?
So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know what order they were killed in.
No, we don't.
So, I wonder if...
The only two... What's happening?
Taka came
What makes you say?
because of the numbering of the...
It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding Taka, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with while Taka's death.
Wait, what?
Came from.
See? So it's
If both answers are wrong, do I not have the evidence for this?
regarding Taka's, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was, we already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after. So, regarding Taka's, I wonder if, or perhaps it was, we already know Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the Justice.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See?
Oh my god.
So it's obvious Taka came.
Am I really caught in a no-win situation
Or
here?
perhaps it was, we already know what Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came.
Skip through all this. Oh my
I wonder if
god.
perhaps it was, we already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers. Shoot!
Yeah, like, neither one of the options fucking work. So what am I supposed to do here?
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after? We already know what order they were killed in.
I don't have anything.
Shoot!
I don't.
So, regarding, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came.
What makes you say
Yep, I'm looking this up because I don't know.
So it's obvious Taka came.
I'm gonna throw my fucking controller in a
I
second.
wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
No, that's wrong.
Stupid. There's still this mechanic I haven't used all fucking day.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but
Yes.
in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay,
Yes.
then, let's see the proof.
The fucking watch. I mean, S. Where's the A?
Now I understand. I got it. Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke
Yep.
with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer, because as of last night,
Yep.
so if it wasn't
That was
broken
stupidly
after 6
frustrating.
last night, then he must have been attacked at 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste
Yep.
was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made
I
the
did.
wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's
a good
exactly
ploy.
why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now,
It was a good plan.
Taka was killed around 6. Then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when
Yep.
he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Yep.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Well, we're still figuring out if it is.
With him, at least, we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Kyoko.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
Yep.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
Yep.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rocks.
I don't know if you remember, but all of our lives are at risk, dude.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance
Yeah.
of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time,
Yeah.
we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't
Yep.
forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, Then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Yeah.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Please try to pay attention, you idiots.
Do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
True. So what now,
For
Kyoko?
now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I
Fair.
think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That is probably the only question I have
We
left.
searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And
That is
according to
probably
what
the
Celeste
biggest
said,
thing. We cannot have been gone for more than a minute or two.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
What?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
Hey, calm down, Shaggy.
Anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
It would make sense. I mean, he did.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked
I mean,
out on
he
his own?
did point out Hiro as this.
We found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of impossible. He did have a dying message after all. Why is the broken wristwatch
Saying
coming
that
back
when
into
we
gun?
first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible.
How is it impossible?
He was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Thank you.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
We might have heard
His
it.
dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
I think it was.
Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yep.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. The Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the announcement was made.
God damn it.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Shoot!
Shit. Okay. I'm not going for a perfect run through anymore.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement
Yep,
was made.
that's where the counter is.
Maybe the
Right there.
announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi was dead. Without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of
Alright, come on.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the
Are we really so maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
discovery.
Okay.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
It was Taka's.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
However,
Maybe.
But
that was also the same time that
boom, boom, boom.
was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yes.
Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what
Well.
I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
That's ironic coming from Hiro.
No, actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Wow, wow. The first time it was played, we found a dead body in the nurse's room and the equipment room, which means that one was for Taka. And the second time was when... Nah.
Shoot!
No. It was when... when both bodies were rediscovered, meaning that Hifumi had died.
Repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Meaning that Hifumi had died.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yes.
If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
Hifumi.
So when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office,
He wasn't actually dead yet.
actually dead yet. Meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know!
Did you?
We're gonna find Dad! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the
No.
worst logic I have ever heard.
At least you're laughing about it.
I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding
wrong.
the discovery of his body.
But it also does make sense why he would
Then
clean
it
his
should
glasses
become
now.
clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
It's not pointless. Clean glasses. He had to walk.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
Okay.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Yes.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But
Yes.
when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
Shit. I got too gung ho.
Shoot!
Got too gung ho. Shit.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found him, and then his body
And the next time it was in.
but when you compare his body before
Yeah.
being moved and
I have to
his
take it
other
slower.
than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
No, that's wrong.
Negatory, chica.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
If you
When
so
we found
kindly
Hifumi in the
require.
nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean
Yep.
in the nurse's office trash can.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Gotcha.
I got it!
Dropping
A
it.
glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
The same cartoon mascot you'll remember he loves.
This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles
Yes.
from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly
Which is
doubt
such a
anyone
ridiculous
like
name.
Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage.
Thank you.
Tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
And there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Hifumi.
So what?
So what you're saying is what
I'm
exactly?
saying is, the
The blood in his
blood
glasses
in
was
his
wiped away by
glasses was
him
wiped
using
away
his
using
own glasses cleaning cloth.
cleaning cloth.
Even if
You idiots.
it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
Yeah.
Let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Which clears up a lot of the
The
confusion.
impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But
Becomes
then,
very possible.
if he was just pretending to be dead,
Boy can move.
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Probably.
Gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
I love Jill.
Fumi was still alive at that point. The disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi.
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went
All right.
looking for them, right?
And I'm gonna call that an episode, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.